Let me yank this table.
Is my belly in the...
Yes.
Okay, we are recording, by the way.
Oh, excellent.
Sorry. So, welcome to the Know What I Can podcast. We're here with Aero today.
Hi.
And Aero has an interesting fact. This is Fun Facts with Aero.
Yeah, absolutely useless fact for your day. There's only one name that shows up in the entire calendar year, and it's Jason. And it starts this month with J for July, A for August, S for September, O for October, N for November. So anyone out there named Jason, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, you know who you are. It's your time of the year. So that's your fun fact.
This has been Fun Facts with Jason. Stay tuned for the Know What I Can I'm pointing. Stay tuned.
You know you called me Jason, right?
You just called him Jason.
Oh. We're rolling with it. You know what we're talking about. Fun Facts with Aero.
Our mission is to promote strategies and policies which ensure improved health for all citizens of Nowata County.
And we're back.
Hey, Nowata. It is Tuesday, July 27th.
Correct.
And we're here with Aero to talk about Open Mic Night.
Hi. How are y'all doing? It's really good to be here.
Yay. Yeah.
Let me tell you a little bit about Open Mic Night. Have you guys heard of a microphone before? So that's what
I have yet to discover this artifact that you speak of.
So that's what Open Mic stands for. And as most people know, an Open Mic Night is an opportunity for local artists, especially novice individuals, non-professionals, to show up and show us their art. And so what we've decided to do here locally is host an Open Mic Night just right down the street at Wisebeans. And it actually began with efforts by the Nowata Beautification volunteers, which I'm sure everyone has heard about and you'll continue to hear about because, I mean, they've only just begun. We were sitting in a meeting and one of our questions was how do we centralize our artists and how do we bring them all together in a way that's more than just the painting or more than just the cleanup or the beautification. And out of that came the Arts, Culture, and Humanities Coalition of Nowata.
I haven't even got a chance to ask questions. He's hitting exactly the questions I was going to ask.
Did you know
Where
that I've
did
done a
that come
podcast
from?
before?
No way.
Where did the open mic idea come from? And you already nailed it.
So, by the way, I'm the host for your Open Mic Night. That's why I know all of this. So if you enjoy...
Who booked this guy?
Listen to me ramble. You can come show up on Thursdays, every other Thursday. So the Arts, Culture, and Humanities Coalition of Nowata is an effort to kind of centralize anybody who's involved with arts, culture, and humanities. I like to call it action because it kind of, you put it all together, it sounds like action.
Hey, our life is acronyms here, so we're all about the acronyms.
Well, I mean, it's literally Nowata Can, so that makes total sense.
Yep.
From that sprung an Open Mic Night. You know, we needed the ability to, we are showcasing artists all over town with the murals that are, media artists. There may be an opportunity for sculpture artists, but we needed to get our musicians out and our poets out and our writers out. And so we started the Open Mic Night. And that, our first one was 2 weeks ago. And it was amazing.
It was fantastic.
It was just, we had a great turnout, wonderful crowd. I mean, y'all were there, and
I counted 45.
I wasn't there, but
I counted 45,
how many?
I think.
it was a lot of people in and out, and everybody stayed most of the time to listen to all the performers. And we had such a supportive and positive environment. No booze, no
thrown tomatoes.
Yeah, nothing. It was and
really by
phenomenal.
booze, you mean no heckling.
Well, I don't know who had a couple of beers beforehand, but I'm sure some of the artists may need that to loosen up a little bit. There's only coffee available at Wisebeans for right now, as far as we know. But there's a bar down the street.
And they had... Yes, and they had... what are those strawberry shortcakes?
Yes, they had some
which were
really
awesome.
good strawberry shortcakes.
Do they plan on... And I forgot to ask this question of Sam and Ashley. They did really well with it, and I hope that they continue to have their specialty deal because this is a local business that very much supports this and the beautification committee. Sam happens to be on the beautification committee, but are they going to have a different dessert each time, or are they going to still showcase that one or whatever? Because I had a couple of those, and maybe
So
I
did
need
my
a healthy
kids.
option.
Right. Well, I think they were really pleasantly surprised with the outcome of that. So I don't think that's going to go away. I expect it to be something that they continue. Now, whether or not it's the same thing or a different dessert, Sam and Ashley are they're creative souls as well. So they're going to come up with some really cool, fun
Yeah.
stuff. They also had popcorn free. So,
And-
I mean, if you weren't into sweet things or you didn't have the extra after you had bought your coffee, you could grab a little thing of popcorn and
Yeah.
enjoy a snack too.
That's
So
awesome.
they're also giving back to the community and part of the volunteer effort. They're not
Yeah.
just there for the business.
And they had pretzels as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
My son
Oh,
came
man.
up to me and he's like, "Dad, can I have some pretzels?" And I was like, "Well, you just had, whatever, the shortcake or whatever, the cheesecake, cherry or strawberry." And I was like, "Yeah, it's a special night, sure." And
This is after
Sam-
you're over here hiding one underneath the table. No, you can have one.
like most kids, they will like just indulge in whatever unhealthy
yeah.
treat or
Oh, yeah.
whatever. But then Sam was sitting there right there, and he's like, "Oh, you'll go get one." And my son, he's so sweet. He's like, "Well, how much are they?" Because he didn't want to take them. Sam's like, "No, they're free." And he's like, "No, how much are they?" And Sam's like, "No, they are free." So the pretzels are legitimately free.
awesome.
And he wasn't the only kid that was like freaked out. I was like, "They're up there. You can just take them." And Logan was scared that he was stealing pretzels from Sam.
So what you're saying is this is like the perfect like family friendly
Absolutely.
atmosphere.
Oh yeah, and
Love
there's a
that.
lot of snacks too.
Yeah.
So that's what
Well,
you were
I
getting
mean,
there, right?
I
You're
was
coming
getting
around to
there.
that. Well,
Snacks.
and one of the things that, and I love all of the events that we have here in
Mm-hmm.
Nowata, but one of the things that I thought was really important about things like the open mic night and some future endeavors, wink, wink. I'm not really good at winking, so it might just look like I'm blinking.
It's a skill you need to
it's
practice.
is that these are volunteer and free events. They are events where, while some of the artists should be tipped, absolutely you should tip them when you come if you can and you have the money to. And, while businesses are there to be supported, it is not meant to be about business. It's not a commerce-based thing. And so you take away that presupposition that you're competing for money, you're
Right.
competing for someone's time. Everyone's there to be a part of the community.
That's right.
Everyone's there for the art. Everyone's there to listen to you and to give back, and that's what was really important. And that I think we accomplished in our first night, and we will continue to go forth with. So it's been a great experience, and I couldn't think of a better place to host it than Wisebeans.
Yeah.
They've just been perfect. And again, Sam is part of the beautification committee, so it just works out really well for us to all come together and support each other as artists.
Yeah.
It's a very supportive environment, and we cannot stress that enough. And Trista was talking about family friendly things. So
Yeah.
Henry,
Well, so my little boy Henry has written a book.
Mm-hmm.
Henry's 7, so
he looks
but
older because he's
he
big like
likes
his dad.
to write things, and he wrote this little book, and so he's gonna read it to everybody this Thursday. So it's only 7 pages, so
I'm excited. I'm really excited. We are open to everyone of all ages, and all kinds of content and art and whatnot. Obviously there's some stuff that may be sensitive, but let's discuss that because we want to have open conversations. We want people to express themselves. There's no limit to what we do as long as we do it out of love and out of care and support for each other. And I'm going to tell you, I've been to several open mic nights, and I've seen large crowds and small crowds, and I've rarely seen crowds clap as loudly for everybody
yeah.
as I did on our inaugural
that's
night.
awesome.
And everybody was
that's awesome.
full of talent, but you didn't have the sense of, we knew who stood out based off of the crowd because everyone was there supporting everyone.
That's
So,
awesome. We need that.
yeah,
We
for
need
sure.
that.
For sure.
I think another point, this has been brought up whenever we were designing this originally, we were talking about logistics, and it is an absolutely a family environment, and the hours are 7 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that being said, I would say that probably earlier in the evening is whenever the kids might get their chance to go up and
sure.
stuff and do their thing. My daughter sang last week. She might sing again, or last time, you might sing again. I think Logan might get up and tell some of his riddles.
Oh,
And he
that'd be
has-
awesome.
He has some great jokes that are like totally in the dad joke realm. But we did talk about if there was supposed to be a comedian, and logistics just didn't work out last time. But as the evening progresses into later evening, maybe it gets a little bit more PG-13.
Sure.
And that's for the older crowd. And so just be aware of that whenever you show up. If you have your 7-year-old up and it's 10 o'clock at night and there's a comedian from Tulsa decides to come up and show up and maybe isn't on, is kind of off color or whatever, just don't be surprised. But
Sure.
anyways.
Well, and again, we'll always make sure that our environment is safe for everyone.
Absolutely.
So if there is any, question, especially with like comedy and whatnot, we'll definitely make sure that is, there's disclaimers ahead of time for, if there may be any language or whatnot like that. Yeah, reasonable.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And always that emphasis on community support. Any kind of content that comes that may be abusive or may be any sort of way to anyone, that it's
This
just
is
not
this
welcome
is not the
here.
place for that.
Yeah, it's not
that's
welcome
this is
here.
not the venue for it.
Yeah.
We were watching, Megan was watching, my wife was watching Ladybugs, the movie from 90 something.
Oh, that's like Jonathan Brandis and who's the comedian?
I Get No Respect. What's his name?
Rodney Dangerfield.
Dangerfield. And some of the stuff that they said and did was like, whoa, this is a movie about little kids playing soccer. So anyways, the environment will stay, there'll be some adult humor, but it won't be that bad. But
Yep.
so we are at, I'm looking here, our 11-minute and 30-second mark.
Oh, wow.
Anything
Rambling.
more specific?
Well, I mean, I was just going to kind of tie this into the Drug Free Communities grant that I work on because this really...
This is the wrap-up.
Oh, that was really good.
I
I need to
I'm
record that.
impressed.
that's our cold open next time is just really close up. ASMR. Can we do an ASMR episode? Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm just
okay.
talking.
That's all right. That's all right. So there are a couple components on the Drug Free Communities grant that really encourage like a more positive environment for our citizens, for our kids to grow up in, because we focus on our youth population in this grant. And so having something like open mic night, where families are encouraged to attend and participate, that's perfect for what we're looking at in the grant and what we're addressing with the grant. But also, we work with mental health issues. I don't know. I think being able to express yourself and being able to be yourself in front of a lot of people really makes that safe, a good place for people to be. And so this really promotes mental health, and that's something that our community is really this is really good for our mental health for our community. So just a couple things that really
A positive reinforcing environment.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If somebody's anxious about getting up there, anxiety is a very real thing that we all deal with on whatever level.
Just feeling that support no matter what you're doing. I think that's
absolutely.
awesome. And I know we're a small town. We always joke around how everybody knows everybody and everybody's related and everything. Don't mind my paint. I keep feeling like that.
I know,
like we were painting this morning.
I didn't get it all.
But okay, what was I saying?
Small town.
Small town, yeah. Everybody knows everybody. But something like open mic night kind of makes it even more intimate, more personal, and you really get to know people, and you really get to know what they love, and you just get to know their soul,
if they're bearing it in a poem
absolutely.
or song.
It really is so difficult right now because so much of our work is commodified. So much of what we do needs to have financial value. Commodified?
Commodified.
Yeah. So much of what we do regularly with our hands and with our talents is meant to have some sort of financial value, so that the stuff that has emotional value and cathartic value and mental health value gets set aside and gets pushed to the side, or we don't have free opportunities to express those to others and connect with others. And that's so sad because it's such a fundamental part of who we are as humans. So being able to do something like this that is completely disconnected from that just need to value every bit of it and just do and create and express. It's really important, and I think it's just I'm excited about it. When everybody was really happy to do it in our first meeting and we had such a good turnout, I was like, this is what we need. So
I had mentioned in the last if anybody knows me, they know I get on soapboxes. But the last soapbox I was on the last,
the time.
very passionate. And I broke rule number 1: don't be chewing gum or eating candy on a microphone. But that's all I've been doing. Sorry. But the point that I was very adamant about with the beautification committee last time we had Mom Brenda Yersa and then Sam Wisely here was you guys that are donating, volunteering all of your time are not being reinforced financially. You're doing it because of the love and the commitment you have to the community, wanting to improve your community. There is no financial motivation, and that does sometimes take away. I mean, think about your hobby. If you did it for money, would your hobby remain a hobby? And
No, you're right.
It just it takes away the essence of. And this open mic thing is also now. And that's not to say that a musician that does get paid to go out on gigs can't come up and play some songs, because we would
sure.
love to have them. But they would do that, and I know a couple that may show up that they're doing that just for just the purity of going out and putting their music and their art and their talent out there. So,
and the financial aspect can just be a destabilizer.
Absolutely.
And so we are creating an equal playing field for, I mean, and if you're a professional, come in our open mic night. I mean, come entertain us. You're going to get a great crowd out of us no matter what. So that kind of segues into something I want to make sure I mention is how to sign up, because I know there have been some questions about that. You can always, if you need to, you can leave your name and number at Wisebeans, and Sam will let me know, or somebody will let me know. The best thing to do, though, is to join the Arts, Culture, and Humanities Coalition of Nowata on Facebook. It's a group. It'll come up under ACHCN, and you'll see it there. It's pink and teal and black is the logo. Pretty easy to see. And the sign-up sheet is on there. When a date is available for sign-up, I will post in there and let y'all know, and it'll be available on that same sign-up sheet. If you have the link, it's going to always be the same link. We'll just update the dates. You can also sign up the day of. If you just have no idea if you want to perform, if you're worried, put your instrument in your car, come, show up, be an audience member, ask me at intermission if I have any spots left, and let's put you in.
Absolutely.
There's no overcommitment. You're not overcommitted once you sign up. We are very fluid. If you show up and you say, hey, strike me off, I just want to show up as audience, but I'm here and I had you listed, great, I'm excited you're there. So those are the ways to sign up. We will fill as many spots as we can, and if we have them, we'll give them out the evening of. If we can go later and we have that many people sign up to perform, and Sam's okay with it, well, we have to clear it with him first.
Right.
Then I'm gung-ho. So, come one, come all. Join us.
Awesome.
Sounds like a great community event here in Nowata, an artsy little town. I did every time I point,
good.
I'm looking at
You're-
but I should be pointing there.
Where's the
I
camera?
think.
It's hard. It's the
think I
one
got it.
with my name underneath it for whatever reason.
Well,
Yeah.
guys, is there anything else that we need to wrap this up? I mean, we've kind of
I
tied
think
everything
we've covered
together.
all the
No,
important
I really
points.
appreciate y'all having me today.
Thank
This
you
is
so
wonderful.
much.
It's a blast.
Yeah.
We'll look for any excuse to have you back, because the more interactive people that we have, more people, and it, not just Trista and I or Misty or Crystal or
Yeah,
whatever.
we're boring.
It just makes it.
Nah.
We get tired of seeing ourselves.
We
But,
do need a joke day, though, so we're going to come and just tell jokes for like an hour.
man, if I was quick, I would think of a joke. But I'm
We
not.
need your dad here. to Forget jokes.
He'll start a joke. Dad will start a joke, and then the next podcast, tune in for the punchline.
Right, there you go. There you go. There you go.
Okay, guys. Well, let's go ahead and wrap it
Okay.
up. Thank you guys so
All
much.
right.
Aero, appreciate you.
Thank you.
Pay attention to our podcast. We're slowly starting to get this thing built, and we will keep rolling. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.
Wave somewhere.
So.